in 2024. Visited like Dallas and Austin and Fort Worth trip, and I took a road trip to AZ. It was like 20 hours. What's up, YouTube family? Today I wanted to make a video about all the places that I traveled to in 2024. Traveled to in 2024, and in 2025 I hope I can travel to so many more. But I hope this video is fun for you guys. So I definitely visited like Dallas and Austin and Fort Worth because for school I went to a spiritual leadership school and we would travel back and forth. We traveled to Fort Worth, and I've been to Austin because my church did prayer at the Capitol in Austin, and Austin was beautiful. Like when I went, I fell in love. I was like, whoa, this city is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. I love Austin, but I didn't get to really explore the whole city. It was just kind of like a quick visit at the Capitol. Dallas is okay. I've been there a few times in 2024. Dallas is cool. Dallas is great. I mean, I went to downtown Dallas with my friend to watch the ball drop for the New Year's. So I started my new year in Dallas, I guess. And it was beautiful and it was gorgeous. The city was pretty. The lights were amazing. And I was also like, I'm in a process of editing that video that I filmed me and my friend driving to Dallas and heading down there in the ball drop, and it was beautiful. But I filmed a lot of it on her phone, and I'm having trouble. We're having trouble getting all of that off her phone. So I don't know when I will get those footages to edit them and post. And then this is really exciting. I made up my mind and I was like, in the summer I am doing a road trip, and I took a road trip to AZ. It was like 20 hours. 22 hours more like, because all the stops and everything. But it was a solo road trip, me in my car, and I loved it. I loved it. I drove to AZ by myself. I left, it was like 12 a.m. when I left. It was like 11 something. It was like in the middle of the night. I left so I could reach AZ in like the afternoon, because it's gonna be like 20 plus hours. So I was like, whoa. And I like driving at night. And I actually am more of a night owl. Like I stay up in the night and I do really well at night. So I woke up, drank me an energy drink, hopped in my car, got all my stuff, my bags and stuff, and I took me a trip to AZ. That trip on my own because I was like, I really want to like, I guess, show myself, prove to myself that I can do this. That, listen, you're a big girl now. Put your big girl pants on. You can do this. Like, you can do hard things. Like, you've done hard things before, and you can do these hard things. Like, really, like, a defining moment in my life. I guess a chapter of my life, taking that road trip by myself where I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do things, and I don't have to have someone with me to have fun, to go and do it with. Like, I don't need someone with me to, like, live a life that's worth living. Like, I could make the choice that I need to make and lead a life that I am pleased and I'm happy with. So I made my road trip. I made up my mind. I planned it all out. I booked my hotel, and I had lived in a hotel before, so I had a lot of points. So I actually went 3 nights for free at a Legacy Club Resort in AZ. And like it was a pricey hotel, but I didn't pay nothing for it because I my points. It was all free. But I don't know if I will insert like clips, pictures of the trip. I probably will. It was so fun, y'all. But I drove to AZ. The longest part of, oh my gosh, I think I ran over a rabbit. Like, full on smashed and crushed a rabbit on my way to AZ. I was on a highway that is, I was on a highway. The highway, it is, the speed limit is 80 miles. No, the speed limit was 90 miles an hour, I believe, right? And I was going really fast. And even though I was like the only one over here going this way, there are cars coming this way, and it was pitch black out at night. So I had my high beams on most of the time, but I would turn them off if I noticed a car coming. Even though there was a nice good median in the middle of them, I still kind of felt like, what if, I don't know, maybe my lights are blinding them. So I would turn it off sometimes when I noticed cars coming from the opposite way. So that's what happened. I was going like 90 plus miles an hour, and because that's the speed limit, and I turned my high beams off because there was a car coming, and I was going 90 plus miles an hour. And then I turned my high beams on. When I turned them on, like in front of my car, there was rabbits on the road, which was really, really, really common for me to see, like rabbits, or sometimes I saw deers and stuff on the side of the road, which the deers definitely scared me, because what if they jumped in front of my little tiny car? Like, it would crash. It would not be pretty. But anyway, especially at that speed. But I feel like I saw the rabbit, but when I saw the rabbit, it was already too late. Like, I was already going way, way too fast to, like, be able to, like, slow down. And I was not about to swerve my car, even though I was the only one going this way. Like, I was not about to swerve. No, sir. Like, when I saw the rabbit, and that was pretty much that. I was like, well, goodbye, little buddy. Like, it was too late for that rabbit. But, yeah. I saw the rabbit, then I just heard splash. The good thing about that, though, was, like, there was no blood on my car. So, yeah. No blood left on my car. Hey, maybe I was wrong, too. Maybe the rabbit lived. I don't know. I definitely heard a splat. But, maybe the rabbit did live. We don't know. I don't know. I didn't stop to check. That sounds horrible. But anyways, I don't even know how much states I've been in technically, because I definitely drove through a lot of states on my way to AZ. Like El Paso, New Mexico. Those are like at the end of my trip. Like the last 6-hour stretch was a long stretch. Like through El Paso and New Mexico and El Dorado and is El Dorado down there? Anyway, like those, it was like 6 hours long, and I was getting tired. Like that was like the last 6 hours of my trip, of my 20-plus-hour trip, and it was just this long stretch, this one highway, just like it was. I was tired. I was worn out by the end of it. The funny thing is, I finally got to AZ. I stopped in, was it Tucson? I don't think it was Tucson. No, I stopped nearby AZ. Like I stopped on just on the outside of AZ on a highway. I stopped to eat because I think my eyes were starting to feel funny. Also, I didn't sleep. Like the whole 20 plus hours. Like I made it to AZ without sleeping. I literally only stopped ever for gas, and that was it. Didn't even stop to buy anything at the convenience stores. Like, stopped, got gas, peed, got in my car, kept driving. That's what I did for 20 hours straight. Like, stopped, got gas, peed, left. That was all I did. Didn't even eat for 20 plus hours. Didn't even eat. I was not eating. I didn't even really feel hungry. I was just drinking energy drinks. I was just drinking energy drinks. Anyways, I got to AZ, just outside of AZ. It was probably like an hour and a half outside of AZ. It was like an hour and a half. I stopped at this, I think it was like this fast food restaurant. I don't remember which one it was, Sonic or one of them. And definitely did not miss the sight of seeing like people that were homeless. Definitely felt a little sketchy. But that's one thing I don't miss about like those bigger cities and like AZ in general, especially like Phoenix. The homelessness population is crazy. But yeah, I stopped, ate, like was talking to my friends on my phone. They were still back in Texas and just like was just talking to them. I was trying to actually find a place that I could go to sleep because I was tired at this point, and I was like, well, I'm just trying to find somewhere to sleep because my hotel did not start checking in until it was like 3 or 4 p.m. So check-in, and I arrived at around like, it was probably like 12 p.m. and it was like 1 a.m. 1 p.m. And I was like, well, I'm here, but I don't have anywhere to go, and I'm tired. By the time I arrive in Phoenix, like, I'm going to be tired, but I have nowhere to sleep, so I was just kind of seeing if I could find somewhere to sleep. So I was just on the phone talking. I didn't really find anywhere. I was out of luck there, because one of my friends in AZ that I knew, she was not at home. But anyway, I ended up continuing to drive. I left. I was there at that. I probably stopped for like 20-30 minutes, and then I got back in my car and I was going to finish the last 1 hour and a half stretch. So I was driving, and literally, like, it was like 15 minutes on my phone. It showed me 15 minutes I had left until I hit AZ. I was so tired. I pulled over on the side of the highway, and I had a lot of these blackouts for my windows. I literally was so tired, even though I was 15 minutes away from where I was going. No, it was more like 9 minutes. It was saying like 9 minutes, okay? But like, I'm sure it was more if I put in the location of the resort I was staying at. I'm sure it was like more time. But I was only like 15-20 minutes away. Miss Girl, I pulled over on the side of the highway, pulled up my blackout curtains because I was like, I'm tired, I can't do this no more. And I still had a few hours before my resort was doing check-ins. Pulled over on the side of the highway, took like a 2 hour, 1.5, 2 hour nap. Woke up and felt like the speed of life. Like, I actually fell asleep. At first, I really couldn't because I'm at the side of the highway and you can feel cars passing, like the foot, 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 foot. But anyway, pulled over and slept for a little bit and woke up and was like, the speed of light. Like, and when I woke up, it was like the perfect time too, because when I woke up and I took my curtains down, like I noticed like there was this perfect like break in traffic so I could get back on the highway. So I quickly hopped on back on that highway, and I felt so funny because I was like, like imagine holding the car wheels like. And I finished my trip and I arrived at my resort, and then I checked in, and literally it was gorgeous. I could definitely put a video up of it. The resort was gorgeous and it was free. And then that night I hung out with one of my friends from AZ. We hung out, went to a restaurant together, caught up. The funny thing is, I don't know how long, but I was good. Like that 1.5 hour nap was good. It kept me going. Went out with my friend that night, came back home, slept like a baby. Woke up the next day, hung out with my other friend. And then the third day, oh, yeah, woke up the next day. We hung out. Yeah, we hung out. We hiked a mountain in the night. We went up, I can't remember the name of the mountain, but I went up that mountain, and I remember someone, um, my spiritual mom was telling me, like, go hike a mountain, the Lord's gonna give you a word. And I definitely felt a word. Like, I looked at over all of these, like, it was definitely one of the darker times too of my life that I took this trip. Like, I was definitely battling depression hard. Looked over all the mountains, the big, like, the city, just so many lights, and it looks so tiny, and all the tiny roads and the little cars, just up on this mountain. And I think it was like Piascua Mountain. I'm not probably not saying it right. I'm not looking at the name right now, but it was like Piascua Mountain in AZ, Arizona, Phoenix. And up there, I felt like the Lord was like, out of all of these millions of people, and I still want you. I still love you. Like, your life is still valuable to me. Out of all these millions of people, you're still valuable. You think you're so insignificant, you think your life means nothing. And the Lord is like, out of all these millions of people that live on earth, and I still want you. I still want to hear your voice. Your voice is still significant to me. Like, he loves us so much. It's like each and every one of us, he wants all of us, and he loves us as individuals, as ourselves. It's like millions of us. And he still loves us individually. And so I think the next day, that's when I left. I woke up super early in the mornings, packed all my things. Oh my gosh, my windshield was so dirty. Oh, all the bugs and the stuff I hit on the way. But anyway, yeah, packed all my stuff and headed back to Texas. The good thing about heading back though was that long 6 hour stretch. Like, I was gonna tackle that first, and then I could start seeing like new, different terrains, and like be in different, area, different states. Yeah, coming back was definitely so interesting. It was so interesting. It was so beautiful. I was so frustrated too, though, when I was coming back because there were some turns that I missed. Like there was these funny looking like roadways that I was on. Oh, coming back was so interesting for sure. Like, I ended up stopping like on my trip. Like, my eyes got all like blurry and like all weirded out like on my trip, but now I know why. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to pull over. So I pulled over at this highway that I like, this little gas station up on like a hill kind of. So I pull up there, go up there, and I pull in, and there were these two ladies in a car. And they were standing on the side. They were like on their phone trying to figure something out. I went in the store, bought something to eat, came back out, and one of the ladies walked up to me and she was like, hey, I noticed on your car it says um faith in Jesus, or I love Jesus. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, you're a Christian? I was like, yes. She was like, can you pray for us? She was like, right as you turned in and you pulled up here, I was praying because our car has been having trouble, and I was just praying that the Lord would send us someone, you know and I was like, yes, of course. And I prayed for them, got their number. And that was just such a blessing. And she was like, our car did not even have any trouble. And it's really all glory to the Lord. Like, the Lord did it. She was like, our car did not have any trouble on the way back. Like, it was having all these troubles before. But after I was able to pray with her and pray for her in her car, they had a safe trip back to AZ. Like, I was just coming from AZ. They were heading to AZ. They were leaving Texas and heading to AZ, which is so weird. And on the way, like, it's funny too how the Lord got me up there, because he didn't like tell me to go up there or like turn up there. It was just all of a sudden my eyes just felt so funny and so weird. And I was like, I just feel so like, I just felt like I had road sickness, or like my eyes, I just couldn't look at the road anymore. Like, I'm so done. And I was like, I just have to stop and take a break. Like, my gas was good, but I was like, I just have to stop. Like, I can't, like, I had literally like stopped on the side of the road and just like took a breather for a second, got back in my car, and was driving, and I was like, oh my God, like I gotta stop at a gas station or something. I also needed to pee really bad. And so that's when I was like, oh my gosh, there's that gas station up on a hill. And I just turned off and went up there. And that's when I encountered them. You know, and it's just so interesting how the Lord set that up. Like, but anyways, after that, got back on the road and I drove. And I was just so frustrated towards the end of my trip. Because I had like missed this turn and it added like, I don't know, like 15 minutes to my trip. And I was like, oh, heck no. The terrain is beautiful. It is so gorgeous. But oh my God, I don't want to be out here for another 15 minutes. Like, I was so upset. But in the end, I was like, it's okay. It's okay. And then I pulled over on the side of the road at after like driving for another like hour or so, and I just kind of like took pictures. So I was like, it's beautiful. You know what? It's gonna end soon, so I might as well just enjoy it and take it in as much as possible. I was so fed up. But yeah, I'll insert the picture somewhere. Anyway, and then after my trip to AZ, I finally made it back safe and sound and was just so glad to be back, guys. I came back in one piece. And then, in what, like the following month, our church was doing a conference in Washington, D.C. And I felt like the Lord said to go to Washington, D.C. So I wasn't going to go at first, but I felt like the Lord was like, yeah. So it was me and two of my friends, and I'm so glad I went. Like, it was beautiful. We all took turns driving. It was a straight trip. We did not stop on the way or nothing. Well, we didn't stop until Maryland. We stopped in Maryland. So we hopped on the way. We drove through Arkansas, Tennessee. This time I was paying attention to the states that I was driving through. Like, I even got snow globes, like, on the way back. Tennessee, this bear from Tennessee, I broke this one. I broke it. But I broke it. It broke. This one's from, oh my God, Virginia is so beautiful. It is so gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like, I love Virginia. We stopped in Virginia for like an hour and a half or so. It was just me and my friend. We were just having a conversation. And then our other friend was trying to do schoolwork. And we were just chilling, chatting. Virginia was gorgeous, man. It was gorgeous. So yeah, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee. We even drove through, what's that one place called again? So Nashville was pretty, but it's just Tennessee. So Tennessee, we drove through Tennessee. Tennessee, Arkansas. We went to Maryland and then Washington, D.C. Washington was beautiful. We only went to the capital of Washington, then we came back. But yeah, and I definitely have the videos on my channel of like the conference in Washington.
Embrace humility today to engage in true and lasting repentance that will touch your heart. We entreat you for the sake of your name, Yahweh, and for your remnant, to spare us from the wrath and grant us your mercy.
It was powerful, it was amazing, and it was definitely like a lot of deliverance happening, a lot of deliverance for our nation and for all who went, for bloodlines and families. It was just, the Lord was doing an amazing work at that conference. It was amazing. I was so glad that I got to be a part of it. But the drive was definitely good, and I got to use my points again, my last few amount of my points to get one free night at a hotel in downtown Washington. Oh my gosh, so expensive. Downtown Washington is beautiful, but it was so crazy to drive in downtown Washington. The city is crazy. Like, it's so tight. The roads are so small. There's no parking spots anywhere. If you want to park anywhere, it's gonna cost you $1 million to park. I'm like, I could never in a million years live in a city like this. Like, it cost me money just to breathe. Like, God, just to park my car? Y'all gonna take like $20, $40, $50 just to park my car? No. No way I could ever live in a city like that. Ever. Like, even the hotel that we stayed at in downtown Washington, like, I had to pay for my car to also be parked. Like, the hotel didn't have free parking. Nowhere has free parking. The space is so just like swallowed up. Like, to park anywhere, it's gonna cost money every single time. I could never, 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 never. It's too expensive. Cities are just too expensive like that. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice, yeah. It was beautiful. Definitely love the road trips. So those are my road trips. Those are the places I've been to. I also have a big snow globe from Maryland. This one. I got this one from Maryland. And it makes sounds. And it's a Santa Claus. But I got that one from Maryland. Yeah, got to meet my friend's dad in Maryland. We stayed with him for one night, and then we drove to Washington the next day for the conference. Conference was beautiful. Love it. Yeah. So that's it. That's all my road trip and adventures in 2024 and 2025. Pray with me, because I hope to vlog. Like, I was not on YouTube when I did these road trips, so I didn't vlog it. But 2025, I believe I will be vlogging road trips, girl. Maybe not road trips. Okay. I'm not paying for that. All my tires, all that wear and tear on my tires and all. No, thank you. My tires in my car, having like too much driving for my little car-y. We don't want to damage it. So, but definitely more flights outside of the US. Like, you guys don't know, but I'm a Canadian citizen, and I plan to go back to Canada this year. And I don't know, if the Lord wills it, I would love to stay in Canada for like a month. And then I also plan this trip, like, no cap, like, I am going to Italy this year. I'm planning it. I made up my mind, like, this girl is going to Italy this year. My friends want to go with me, so they may be coming. But even if they don't be going, like, listen, I'm saving up my money. I'm working as much as possible, because I'm making it happen. This girl is going to Italy, and you guys are going to go with me. And I'm also going to Canada. That's a must, because I got to go see my family. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. All my travel adventures in 2024 and my planned travel adventures in 2025. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in. I hope this video was entertaining. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.